The buildup for Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda has been particularly interesting because we've been getting all this talk out of Turkey El Sheikh about the no running rule and how he doesn't want the Tom and Jerry fights. He even went so far as to make comments about how the ring is going to shrink as the fight goes on between Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda. Man, it's hilarious to think of how far this narrative has come, right? And how much people are talking about it, right? But pushing all that to the side, all of it to the side, we're going to see a fight between two really talented guys. But I don't want to get this blown out of proportion, right? I don't want to take this out of context because there's a lot of conversations going around. There's a lot of people saying a lot of things. And Oscar De La Hoya is a phenomenal promoter. And we all saw this man just come out and make the comparison. This one could look like Jose Luis Castillo versus Floyd Mayweather. At which point he also noted that Castillo won the fight, but we all know that's not exactly the way that it turned out. But hear me out. That's not the way this one's going to turn out. Okay, Shakur Stevenson's going to win this fight. He's going to win this fight going away. He's going to win this fight making it look easy. The question that we're going to be talking about after this fight is whether or not this was a Tom and Jerry fight, whether or not Shakur was running too much, what exactly it is that he can do. There's only one instance that I can see this situation turning out with Zepeda winning. And, you know, it's going to sound like I'm talking real bad about William Zepeda, and I don't mean it in that way because the man is a very talented fighter. But the only way that I see Shakur losing this fight is if he goes out and he hurts his hand and the fight either has to be stopped or he's one-handed for the vast majority of the fight and he can't go out there and fight the way that he normally does. It's just the way that it is, man, because as good as Zepeda is, and he's a very good fighter, his game is built off of volume and pressure. He needs to come forward. He backs guys up. He gets you against the ropes. He throws a massive amount of punches and he overwhelms guys and he's got good power and good punch selection and everything like that. But let's not forget that styles make fights. Styles make fights. We've known it forever. And Shakur Stevenson has the perfect style to beat William Zepeda. Now, not if he was a bum, not if he fought this style and he was less talented, but he's fighting this style as an incredibly talented fighter. And even though Oscar De La Hoya comes out now and he's like, I'd take William Zepeda by decision. Maybe even he'll go out and get the stoppage. That all sounds well and good, man. That all sounds great. Okay, we've heard Oscar De La Hoya gas a bunch of these guys up for a long time. Remember every single fighter that he was promoting, that he was putting up against Floyd, he was telling you how that was going to be the one. This is going to be the guy. He's going to do it. He's going to go out here. He's going to make it happen. He's got exactly what it takes that he's going to beat Floyd. How did all those fights turn out? And we knew going in how all those fights were going to turn out. And here's the thing that's funny. Oscar knows going in how this fight is going to turn out. Because let's not forget about these two interviews that he gave in the past. One with Fight Hub with Marcos Villegas and another one with, I want to say Fight Hype, right? But in both of these interviews, he came out in the past and said that Shakur Stevenson would be very hard to beat for William Zepeda because Shakur Stevenson is such an incredibly talented fighter. Styles make fights, and he's got the type of style that is going to be very difficult for a fighter like Zepeda. So look, Las Vegas isn't always right, but when you look at the line, this one is one that they've got correct. Shakur Stevenson is going to win this. He's going to win it, and he's going to look very good. Like I said, the only question that we're going to be talking about is what's next and how exactly did he look in this one relative to what people want. Because dude goes and gets a lot of flack for the way that he fights. Personally, I don't feel that way. I love the sweet science. I really enjoy watching him go out there and work his magic and do what he does. He's an incredibly talented guy with the punch selection and his defensive prowess and everything that he does. But not everybody appreciates that. Not everybody wants to see that, right? And fans contribute so much to this sport. Every fighter has a right to fight the way that they want to fight. But if you're too evasive, if you don't do enough, obviously the one thing that you're going to run into is a judge not giving you the round or not giving you the fight. And the other one is fans disliking your style so much that nobody wants to see you. You know, Shakur certainly isn't there yet in either one of those in either one of those scenarios, but he gets a lot of grief. Gets a lot of grief from a lot of different people the way that he fights. Personally, I just want the man to go out there and perform at his absolute highest level. So I want him to go out there and fight in which he feels most comfortable. And whether I like it or not is whether I like it or not. Let me know what you guys think. How do you think this one is going to turn out? Am I not giving Zepeda quite enough credit? Do you feel the same way that I do, that Shakur is going to be able to go out there and he's going to be able to make this one look easy? Let me know.